Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Greg Reynolds to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing right away here, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Running it with David Montgomery. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Offense in the hurry up here. Going to the ground again on first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. He's got it in the red zone. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Goff. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's DeMario Davis. And the Saints take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Carr here from the gun. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And what a hit there. Ouch, he pays the price for moving the chains that time. We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got it first to begin the fray. From the shotgun, Carr. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
2nd and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopped on the play by Zadarius Smith. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Running back sent in motion. He's on the move. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 and the 31.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Finds him beyond the marker. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. The 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down. That was normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. Carr. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Chris Olave with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First down throw from Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. Running in the red zone. He will go! Touchdown! It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy. You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They kick the running back in motion. Escapes the pocket. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Carr now on 1st and 10. Escapes out to the left. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Running back sent in motion. This is complete to Olave. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Carr with it on 1st. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, New Orleans. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll stick with the ground game here. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. So now here's 3rd and 5. They go play action with Goff. He fires one deep down the middle. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. 45 yards on the punt there. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Lee McNeil in on the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They send a tight end in motion. Working out of the gun. It's Carr. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing on first down, it's Carr. Chased out to his right. He's keeping it. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slow quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Give on 2nd to Kamara. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Here's Carr. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Running behind center with Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Carr setting to throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Now Carr. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Tomney's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff.
Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They kick the running back in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And this one does not go far. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap here to Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Goff now on 3rd down. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30. It's a gain of 4. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good for the Lions.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Fits it through the middle. There it is, touchdown Detroit! The Lions making a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal to tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Shaheed now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Motioning left is their running back. Carr here from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Carr. Forced out to his right. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Malik Robertson takes it away. And the Lions have some new life in the 4th.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these in.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Pete Werner has it. And the Saints make the play that should win them this game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Kamara running out of the gun. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's got Shaheed. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And 4th and 4 coming up. Looking to throw. Throw is caught by the back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. So this will win on the road for the Saints. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us. Yeah, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the
20 miles west of downtown Dallas. One of the league's grand settings. AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And it'll be brought down past the 25. decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Yeah. Here we go, kill. Here we go, 47. 26.
Dak going to put it up right away. He's going to test this secondary right away. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Yeah, kill.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
We go play action. It's Prescott. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him.
A throw right side is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And the Lions have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 47.
On second down, it's Dak. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
On fourth down, they snap it to Dak. Lets it go downfield for Ferguson.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle. Once again, it's Gibbs. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. DeMarcus Lawrence there on the stop. They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. Out of the shotgun. It's gone. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Third and 9.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Dak to throw. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter. So a turnover-filled first quarter has come to an end. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back to Arlington in a moment. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. That one downfield for Cooks.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
First carry for David Montgomery. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. One more time for Montgomery. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. What can they do here on third down and 7? From the gun, it's Goff. He's got it at the 7, and he's in. Tim Patrick, touchdown Lions.
And here's a great example, Mike, of how experience and having some veteran players at these key spots, they can work so well together. The whole idea is you need to see the game through the eyes of the quarterback, and I think that's what the receiver did such a nice job in. He was on time, he was accurate, and you never fool your quarterback. When you have two guys like this that are operating on the same page, you can see the result.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is a short kick, returnable from the 13. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now, Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Dak to throw. Open man. Downfield. It's CeeDee Lamb. And he will go all the way. CeeDee Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this two-point try. Now they'll set up to throw. And he will get in. And they take the lead by 1 on top 8-7. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Whoa! And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Second down and 8. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Gibbs with a first down and more. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Here's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. He runs with it.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is impossible. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Goff to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. The Lions call their first timeout, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. One more time with Montgomery. And he will take this one across into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah! Then we're going to 53. Hey, 47!
Throwing is Prescott. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Dallas.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this two-point try. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Goff. That one taken in by St. Brown. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up first down.
That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield. On 2nd down, Goff. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And he's into the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go, 46.
Now Prescott. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
They face 2nd down and 7. On play action, here's Dak. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Hey, kill. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll try and get there on the ground.
You've got to keep all your options on the table on 3rd down, and that's exactly what this quarterback did. He's looking to throw it, nothing there. He pulls it down himself, and he's able to convert for the 1st down.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, going to 54. Here we go.
Now Dowdle. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Kill. Here we go, 47.
Prescott now.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
It's 3rd and 1, and here's Prescott. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Lions' 34-yard line.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up for 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Open man, that's the veteran, Cooks. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Right back to Cooks. He's got another one. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. Fourth down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the fourth. Now, first and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout. Now, second and inches. They'll run the sneak. And this is a touchdown. They do it on the final play. And now decision time. Down one. Will they go for two and the win?
Mike, I know everyone loves to debate these decisions, but I don't even think there's a decision to be made. You have got to keep your offense on the field, go for two, and end this thing right here. No overtime.
As big a call as you can make if you're a head coach. Down one, go for two, go for the win. That is caught. He got it. A daring move going for two pays off. They're going to win by a point. So it's a win for the Cowboys. It was a closely fought affair, but they're able to survive, and they eke out the 1-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Hit the spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a side while bro had a get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? The sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down throw, here's Love. That's caught, Tucker Kraft. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play good for 17 and a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Running on first here with Jacobs. Has room inside the 25. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Thrown on first down, Love. This throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Here's Love. The back's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
And the kick by Folk is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Craig Reynolds to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. It's Montgomery on the counter. And that's good for a gain of 5. Rashawn Gary with that tackle. It's going to be a gain of 5 on what will be the final play of our opening quarter. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Just a field goal separates these two. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They have 2nd down and 5. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good for the Lions.
First down, and they go right back to him. And this is down to the 28 before the defense holds it. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Montgomery gets it from the gun. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. Working quickly here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 now. He's on the move. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Lions in need of some points before the break. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap here to Goff. He brings it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Goff now on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They'll go for it, Goff. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions get some late points and the lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Love to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Handoff here to Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Well, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Lions will go on offense. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 14. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Reynolds with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Goff working from the pistol. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie from Georgia has it. And the Packers are stopped a little inside the 30.
You can see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defense coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel. And these guys on the field made the right play.
This is Jacobs running left. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air with Love. third down coming up.
I like that, Pete. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Love. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up fourth down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
The kick by Folk is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2-for-2 for this kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the shotgun, Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he runs this up close to midfield at about the 48. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Montgomery now up the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast.
It's the loss of a yard.
Here's 2nd and 11. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. He kicked the running back in motion. He'll throw it. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. 6 yards, the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. So we're through 3 here. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Third and 4 coming up now. He's back to throw. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell at the INT. Third down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a first down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 13. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. First and 10 now from the 30. They give up the gut to Montgomery. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. A 9-yard rip on the ground there, and we've reached the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Coming right is Gibbs. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Not trying to do too much there. Short yardage situation. Just make sure you get to the marker and reset those chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. He's going to keep this one. And he's going to be touched down right at the line, so no gain on the play. They've got to keep moving quick here. He tries to sneak it, and he moves the chains.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. This just a 26-yarder down the middle. The kick is good. He got it! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal. So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
back in business. This is highly recommended. This for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here for the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen a thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want to pick at a litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback gorillas, going 8-8, and you know ain't nobody.
What up? Showtime. Yeah, this is the big ticket. Coach at Comptown, I'm talking that King Richard. This like a movie, I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas, I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. It's all bark, we all bite.
You gambling with your life? Well, let's roll the dice.
Don't be some problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Legendary.
Open them wide. Mind if I pull up with a few?
We can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Hip hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I